Then go get them. Okay. Okay. So we talked about the first 2 steps of focused note-taking. We take notes, process notes. Now we're going to do the next one. So what I want you to do, I'm just going to talk loud. What you're going to do, and I think you can hear me better in this one anyways, is you're going to put your hand flat like this, like you're a waiter, so everyone needs to put their hand flat like this. Okay? Then you're going to take your other hand, and you're going to grab knowledge out of your hand, and you're going to throw it in your brain. Okay? So this is connect thinking. Every sign that I teach you in this class actually has meaning. This means to learn and put knowledge in your brain. So we're going to connect thinking. Say that with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Connect thinking. Not everyone did it. 1, 2, 3. Connect thinking. Okay, one more time. Connect thinking. Thank you. Okay, so we connect thinking. So in your notes, I'm going to make my robot follow me. Come here, little robot. In your notes, you need to write step 3, connect thinking. Oh, thinking. Nope. Thinking. Okay, we do this 48 to 72 hours later. Okay, that means 2 to 3 days after you've taken the notes. So in your notes, you're writing connect thinking, right? Connect thinking, because ambitious students connect their thinking. What even does that mean? Well, the first step of connecting thinking is we read our notes. It's a common theme, right? You have to read your notes to know what they say. If you don't read them, then you'll never know. 24 hours, 48 hours? I'm changing it just a little bit. Do what I write here. Thank you for pointing that out. So, you need to read your notes. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to ask questions. Why do we ask questions? That's a good question. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. So, those questions are going to make your notes like a test review. Okay? And what I mean by that is you can take the information you have in your notes and you can learn. Here we go. There we go. You can use it to learn and relearn and review for things. So in your notes that we took from last time, those alien notes, do you have those? You lost them. If you don't have your alien notes, then I need you to find a note taker from any class. It can be a worksheet. It can be just notes that you took, but you need to find notes from another class. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9. Any notes? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any notes? Math, science, English, Utah Studies. Any notes? Get them out. No, just open it. Just open those notes, okay? So, what's going to happen right now is I need you to read at least one page of your notes. Ready, set, read your notes. Not out loud in your head. Not from a single class. You don't have a worksheet. You don't have anything. Notes. Notes are notes, right? Any class. Look in your backpack. You've got a whole backpack. You got it? Great. Okay, we're reading those notes. Okay. So from those notes, what I want you to do is I want you to find a definition or a formula, okay? In your notes, you're going to find some kind of definition or a formula, okay? I want you to put your finger on it. Put your finger on your definition, formula, maybe a fact, okay? Information. Pick one thing and put your finger on it. Okay. With that one thing, if you were going to be tested on that one thing, what question do you think a teacher would ask you? Yes. So what does this word mean? How do I use this equation? Why do you think force is applied to all things. I don't know. You just need to who, what, when, where, how. The easiest kind of question you can do is, what does this mean? Or define this term. Or how do I use this? So in your notes, on the side, in the margin, to the side, circle it if you need to. You're going to write your questions right in your notes. So on that note paper, the one that you took the notes on, you're going to write a question. If you want me to come and help you, raise your hand and I'll come around. But I should see all of you writing one test question. So you're going to write it. So if this is my paper, and these are my notes, I could write a question here. I could write my question here, right? I could write it to the side. But you want to write that question right near where you would find the answer. So you want to write the question right near where you would find the answer. Okay? If you need help, I'm here to help you. Okay, so we've got all these good highlighted things. So how do you not get eaten? Could be a question that you asked in these notes. And then guessing the color of the hat, right? So you could write that question right there or right there. Does that make sense? Okay, written down a question? Where'd you write it down? Circle it. Good. Good, we're writing questions. Where's your question?
How do you do math?
Well, what specifically? So you're doing adding integrals or integers. So how do you add integers? Or how do you find the answer for an integer question? Where'd you write your question?
How to define the answer?
Please circle it. Great. Great. Excellent. I'm seeing some very, very good questions in your notes. Okay, so do the first 3 steps with me again. The first step, we what? We what? No, the first step, we what? We take notes. The second step, we process those notes, right? We read our notes every time we do a step. And step 3, we what? We connect thinking. I'm going to have you do the signs with me again because nobody did them. Step 1, we what? Take notes. Step 2, we process our notes. Step 3, we connect thinking. All right, if I can find my clicker, good. We're going to go on to step 4, okay? So step 4, we've got responsible students reflect and summarize on learning. So what I need you to do is you're going to make your ninja hands again. But this time you're going to Beyonce those ninja hands. You're going to summarize and reflect. So say that with me. 1, 2, 3. Summarize and reflect. In sign language, this means to reflect. Okay, so we're summarizing and reflecting on learning. So, boop. In your notes, you're going to come over and you're going to write step 4. Summarize and reflect. What do you think the first thing is that we do when we summarize and reflect? We read our notes. Oh, we're doing so much reading. Wow. It's like reading is important, right? Okay, if I were to show you a book, which this is a great book, what would I find on the back?
A barcode.
Yes, a barcode. Very good. Called a what?
Like a summary.
A summary. What's included in the summary on the back of a book?
Pictures.
A summary has information. Does it tell you about who the main character is?
No.
Yeah, it gives you their name. You learn all about the main character in this part, but it's going to tell you their name. What else is it going to tell you?
I'll tell you like a short story of what's going to happen inside of the book.
Yeah, it's going to give you a summary. It's going to tell you where it happens. It's going to tell you important details, right? But it's not going to tell you everything because that's what the whole book is for, right? So, a summary summarizes the learning. So in your notes, you're going to write these sentence frames. I learned that, ... This is important. Because, ... Okay? Why we do, so when we summarize in our notes, so if we have room in our notes at the bottom, then we can write a summary here. If we don't have room in our notes because it's all written up, guess what? You can use a sticky note. Okay? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand you all a sticky note. And in the notes you just wrote a question in. You're going to write me a 2-sentence summary using the sentence frames I put on the board. So you're going to write, I learned that, and you're going to put the main idea of your notes. This is important because it helps me with the PC, helps me to learn, okay? So on your sticky note, you're going to stick that sticky note right on those notes, okay? But on that sticky note, stick it right on your notes and write your summary. I learned that. This is important because, right? And you're just going to stick it right on those notes, okay? So take a second, write, I learned that. This is important because I learned that I can solve a riddle by looking at all the facts. This is important because then I can have better problem solving skills. Or I learned that the steps of focused note taking are this. This is important because if I repeat, I will remember, okay? So you're taking a minute. Once you've finished your summary, will you put your pen or pencil on your paper to show me you're ready to move on? At least write down, I learned that. This is important because. That's a great way to start a summary. Okay, that's a great way to start a summary. I learned that. This is important because. Right, because the key to remembrance is repetition. Repeat, repeat, repeat. If you read those notes at least 4 times, okay, by the time you get to your 5th time and you're reviewing it, it's going to be in your brain, right? So we're going to put 1 week. So if you took notes on Monday in math class, right, then on Tuesday you would have processed those notes, right? We process notes by highlighting, circling, underlining, right? Then the next day you would connect thinking and you'd read through and you'd ask questions on your notes. And then the 4th day you'd write a summary. Okay? So are you ready for step 5?
No.
Almost. We're writing those good summaries. I'm teaching you how to earn that donut. We're missing so many friends today. Boop, boop. Boop. You're what? All right. So let's do the first 4 steps again. Step 1, we what? You're earning a break. I'm going to give you a break after we're done with all the steps. Step 1, we take notes. Second step, we process those notes by circling, underlining, highlighting. Take notes. Process notes. Third step, we connect thinking. Can you say that with me on 3? 1, 2, 3. Connect thinking. Step 4, we summarize and reflect. Summarize and reflect. Okay, are you ready for step 5? Okay, you're going to put your left hand in front of you, like this. You're going to take your right hand, and you're going to high five yourself. Because you're going to apply learning. Let's say that on 3. 1, 2, 3. Apply learning. Again, 1, 2, 3. Apply learning. So, when we apply learning, which I'm going to boop, 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 skip through here. Great. When we apply learning, successful students apply their learning. You save your notes and you revisit them. You're going to use these in different places. So, boop. All right, little robot, follow me. Okay. So underneath your notes, you're going to put step 5, right? Apply learning. Where do you think you can apply learning? Learning. Right? Where do teachers ask you to show what you know? On a test. Quizzes, PCs, papers, projects, assignments. Right? They're asking you to take the information and show that you know it. That's how we assess your learning, right? We ask you to apply it, okay? So when you're in the apply step, you might be filling out a review for a test, right? And if you've gone through it 4 times, the 5th time, it'll be right in your brain. Isn't that exciting? Wouldn't you like to not study all the time? I think about the time I spent in college, and I would take notes on something, and I'd go back to study it, and I was like, I really don't understand this. But I didn't know that I didn't understand it because I didn't review my notes. Yes?
This what happens to me when I'm like, I'm trying to see something and I'm like, wait, who the fuck wrote this? I can't even read this.
So, it's important that we take legible notes, right? And that we're going through them. So, step 1, we take notes. Step 2, we process notes. Step 1, 2, 3, we connect thinking, right? Step 5, we summarize and reflect. 4, step 5, we apply what we know. I normally with my classes do a challenge to disrupt Mr. Roach's classes next door. Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Let's go up over burst in the classroom.
Well, we're not going to burst in the classroom, but what we do is we have to stand up. So everybody stand up. Everybody stand up, okay? And we're going to do the steps of focus note taking 2 times. The first time, we're going to do it as loud and as obnoxiously as we possibly can, because we want Mr. Roach's class to be like, what's going on over there? Right? We're going to be like, they're crazy.
Oh, wait, John, that's it?
Yeah, Mr. Roach's class is on that side of the room. So, you're going to stand, we're going to do it as loud as we can the first time. Okay? Then the second time, we're going to do the movements as big as we can, but we're not going to make a single noise. Are you ready? Okay. So as loud as you can, we're going to do the steps. On 1, 2, 3. Step 1, we take notes. Step 2, we good. Step 3, we connect thinking. Step 4, we summarize and reflect. Step 5, we apply learning. Okay, now it's quiet. Now it's as quietly, stay up as quietly as you can. You're earning your break. You're earning your break. Without any sounds, not even a clap. Ready? Okay, good job. All right.